Hi guys, my name is Miss Adams, and I am just going to give you a really quick introduction into personal nutrition, the class, like what we're going to be doing, how it's going to work. Sorry, I'm just not uploading this, but like I said, we originally had somebody else scheduled to teach this, and just found out like Thursday that they weren't going to be able to do it. So I got the hard copy of the book this morning. I tried to put all of the online stuff in there for you guys, but we'll be going through that. I just wanted to touch base about a couple things with you guys. You guys will get a calendar that's going to kind of look like this. I'm still putting it together because I was waiting to get that hard copy of the book to make sure how much of each chapter I wanted to cover and things like that. But basically, it'll tell you what things we're reading, what your assignments are. It's going to be pretty set. I'm going to try to keep the days the same as much as I can. It doesn't mean it's always going to work out, but I'm trying to pretty much do Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, and then every once in a while you might have something thrown in on a Friday. Kind of the way I set up the first 2 weeks, just so you kind of have an understanding. Tonight you would have your BBC video assignment, which is a very quick clip. You go in and then ask you a couple questions about it. Basically, it's just to key you up for the assignment for Thursday, but also so I know that you've gotten in and that you understand how to get into the book and have access to everything. Thursday, you're going to have your first discussion. Okay. Obviously, follow the instructions in there. It basically tells you, find another video, find another article, something like that. It'll tell you how much to write. It'll tell you how many people you need to respond to, things like that. And then Sunday, you guys are going to register also through the book. There is a personal diet and wellness plus program. And so basically, you're going to go in and get yourself set up for that, which means basically you putting in a lot of your own information. Probably what I will have you guys do is either take pictures of it or something so I know that you've actually completed it. I will let you know for sure about that, but that's going to be coming for Sunday. Next week on Tuesday, you'll have a homework assessment due, which is just questions out of the book. Thursday is going to be nutrition discussion. You're going to have another discussion. I'm going to try to keep all your discussions on Thursday for sure. So that's something that should not waver. Friday, you're going to do a case study assignment. We'll try to do as many of those as we can just because that's going to be the most realistic thing for you guys to learn from. And then Sunday, 2 weeks Sunday, you'll have exam over module 1. The book is set up kind of weird. So you have like 7 modules as opposed to a bunch of chapters. You only have technically 7, but there's a lot of sections. There's 5 sections in each of those. So the way I've kind of laid it out is I would like you to read everything in that first week. And then you're going to have some different outside assignments. And then the second week, the assignments will be over the things that you read. So I tried not to give you an assignment in the first week that directly correlates with the reading because I don't want you to feel rushed to get all that reading done. But definitely by the beginning of the second week, those assignments are going to be directly related to what you read. So keep that in mind. In regards to the syllabi, it's already on there. You guys can go through all of that. Again, it gives you the name of the book, but you guys have a link right into it, which I'll explain. Let's see. No late work. A lot of times for online, what I'll do is I'll actually give you a week where you can get 50% credit. And then once that assignment actually closes, then you won't be able to turn that in anymore. So keep that in mind. Tests and quizzes a lot of times will be timed. When you have your first module exam, you guys will see the instructions for that, but a lot of times I'll give you a certain amount of time. Once you pass a question, you can't go back. It has to be done in one sitting, certain things like that. So just be aware, make sure you read the instructions before you start any of those exams. Final exam will open Sunday, December 2nd and close Wednesday, December 5th. The breakdown of your assignments, homework is 15%, the discussions are 15%, Any project writing assignments I give you are 30%, tests and quizzes 20, and final exam 20. Obviously, all the tests and quizzes and final exam are open book, open note. So just be aware that I check timing on exams, I check answers on exams. So given the fact that you have access to your notes and your book, I would not cheat off of anybody else because that's going to cause you a major issue. You will fail, and they actually can kick you out of school for that. So keep that in mind. The other thing I will caution you is do not copy and paste from the internet because, again, I will check for that. And a lot of times what you might find on the internet will not correlate with what is given in the book. And we are going off of the information in your textbook or information that I have had you research in legitimate sources. So keep that in mind. Let's see. That's pretty much everything in the syllabus. Hopefully you guys understand how syllabus works and you can go in and check that information out. The other big thing is you're going to see this. It is in your important course information. And it basically, your code is down there to join Remind for the online class. That is super important because that's the best way that you can communicate with me if you don't understand the instructions on an assignment, if you are questioning if you're doing the right thing. I check that. It's on my phone. It's with me all the time. I'm helping coach girls volleyball, so I'll be traveling a lot. If you email me, I may not get back to you in time for what you need. So please, please, please join the Remind, and then you can send me messages through there. It'll make your life much easier. I will also, because this is an online class, send out reminders every time something is due to the best of my ability, which means it's only going to help you, okay? So that's that. This is what the physical book looks like, okay? Obviously, like I said, you guys have an online link. If you go into important course information, under there you're going to see online textbook. That link takes you to the whole book. You will need your code for Cengage to get in there. If you have not gotten that and you are purely online, you need to see Mrs. Sims in the academic building. If you take any face-to-face classes, you need to go to the bookstore on campus and they will give you your code for all your books, okay? If you want a hard copy, it only costs $7.99 to rent it for the whole semester, and you have to do that straight through Cengage. If you are on scholarship for books and you want a hard copy, you need to speak to your coach, to the bookstore, and figure that out. I do not know what the policy is on that because this is all new, so keep that in mind. Just remember when we do discussions, be academic, be respectful. Let's see what else. I think that's pretty much it. I am going to do a lecture over the module 1, but just give me a day or two to get that done and uploaded because, like I said, I just got the hard copy of the book and I want to make sure what I'm addressing versus, if I want to add anything, if I want to take anything out. But if you notice, you can already be reading, and they do give lectures from the book. They're those Tea Talks, and if you look in your weekly, at the top of every module, you'll see the weekly summary, or I can't remember what exactly it's termed, but basically your weekly breakdown. And under there, it'll tell you what all you need to do. And so reading those chapters, and then with each chapter, there's a PowerPoint, so you can look through the PowerPoints. And then underneath each PowerPoint, I put the talk about that subject. And so my lectures are just going to be really brief and just more of me being able to tell you, hey, when I make the exam, these are the things that I'm going to want you to focus on in regards to the overall module exam. Any of the homework assignments, anything like that, those are going to come straight from the book. So you'll definitely want to have that available to you. Make sure you have a good idea of what you've read. You'll also notice in each chapter, so you don't have to go into the overall book, I have linked in the very specific sections. It makes it much easier. So in week 1, you'll see if you click, it's going to take you right to that section to read it. And then you click on the next one, it's going to take you right to that section to read it. All of this online book stuff is new. If you have any questions, please contact me. Like I said, definitely Remind is the best way, but you can email, you can call the office line, whatever you need to do. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And then, like I said, keep an eye out for a lecture video in the next couple of days. You're not going to need it really until it gets closer to the full exam time, but I'll get it up as quickly as I can. So, welcome to Online Nutrition. And I hope you guys enjoy it. I think it's really important for everybody, especially any type of special population, athletes, people with certain disorders, people with medical issues, young versus old. And so this can be really, really beneficial to you, not just in maybe a potential profession, but in your own life. And so I'm excited to kind of get a work through this with you guys. Like I said, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'll post that video as soon as I can for the lecture part.